All right, lesson 15-2 inches. For this lesson, you are going to need a ruler, which hopefully you either have at home or requested one when you picked up your packet. If you don't have one, there's a huge box of them at the front of BJE, so you just need to say, hey, can I please have a ruler? And they'll say, okay. Okay, so inches starts at the 0, and then you count up. So make sure when you look at your ruler, there's two sides. It's very common that on accident, kids will start measuring on this side because you're excited and it's fun, but you'll notice the cm actually stands for centimeter, and they're actually smaller than an inch. So on this side, it goes all the way to 30 centimeters, where if you start on the inch side, it'll go all the way to 12 inches. And see how they're not exactly even either. So you want to make sure to not start at the edge of the ruler, but instead start at this tip right here, this line that says 0. We don't want to start on 1 inch because then you're taking out, it's just like number count, like line counting, right? You start at the 0 and you add 1 to get 1. So you want to start at the 0 every time. So make sure, I know your ruler might look a little different than mine, but make sure you're not starting actually at the end of the plastic or the wood, but on the 0 line. So the idea today is that we're going to estimate length and then actually measure it. So we're going to look at things that are about 1 inch. So I might write down something like a paper clip. Okay, you don't have to do this, but if you want to, it just kind of gets your mind thinking. About 6 inches. What's about 6 inches? You know what? Like a pen is about 6 inches. I could do a pen. There's my pen. Okay, whatever. Yay. And then about 12 inches. You know what? I'm bigger than you guys. My shoe is probably about 12 inches. Probably. Yay. My shoe. That's my shoe. So it just kind of gets you thinking about size. All right. Inside is the part that you're gonna actually have to do. So these are, all the highlights are our vocabulary words for today. So you can measure length, width, and height of an object in inches, which is the same as IN period. That period, IN period, stands for inches. So your ruler might say inches, it might say inch, and it might just say IN period. All of them mean the exact same thing. So you start from the left side of your ruler. To measure to the nearest inch, look for the halfway mark. So we're measuring to the nearest inch here. Here between 1 and 2, this line that's a little bit bigger is half. If it's more than the half inch mark, you're going to round up to 2. And if it's less, you're going to round down to 1. So here, the eraser is about, we're going to say it's about 2 inches long, even though I know it does not come all the way to this line, but this is the halfway mark, and because the eraser is more than halfway, we're gonna call it 2, okay? And then here, there's like a pine cone is about 1 inch long because if you draw a line, comes about right here, this is halfway mark, so we're gonna go back down and we're gonna say that it's about 1. So we're not doing perfect measuring today. Here's your word bank. Length, width, height, inch, IN period, and nearest inch. Nearest inch just means which inch mark is it nearest to, is it closest to. Now, I am going to say for today's lesson, if you don't have some of these at home, you can trade it out for something else. So for example, like I'm at school right now. I don't have a juice box with me right now. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to use my coffee cup because I have it with me. So I'm just gonna put my coffee cup, and that's fine. You can just cross it out and change it. And so when I look at this, I'm gonna guess, like it seems like it's bigger than 6. I'm gonna guess for me, it's about 8 inches. And then I'm gonna take my ruler. I'm gonna make sure that I'm on the inches side. I'm gonna line up. What you don't wanna do is like actually put it on the table or the ground and measure up, because then remember, you're not including this little bit of ruler right here. So instead, I'm gonna actually hold it up. I'm gonna hold the 0 inch line to the bottom of the cup, Measure up. Oh, I'm wrong. It's shorter, actually. That's surprising. It's 6 inches of happiness. Okay, cool. All right, so kind of that's how we do it. So like if you don't have a pencil case at home, don't worry about it. That's fine. Choose something else. Maybe you do have a pencil case. Maybe it's not a box. Maybe it's a pouch. Kind of look around and you can choose other things. The idea is to guess what it is and then to actually measure it. So if you don't have a paintbrush, use a marker, okay? All of that stuff is fine. So I'm gonna put an expo for me because I have an expo right here. Cool? So I'm gonna guess, just looking at this, it seems like it's probably shorter than my coffee cup. I'm gonna guess it's about 4 inches. And then I'm gonna measure it up. I'm gonna start with 0 right here. And then I'm gonna go, okay, so if I look at this, here is the halfway mark between 4 and 5, okay? It is closer, it's more than half, so it's closer to 5 than to 4. So I'm gonna actually say that this is about 5 inches. So I wasn't too far away, I was pretty close, which is fine. So for all of these things, if you don't have it, just cross it out and pick something different so that you're measuring 6 different things, okay? So don't worry about it being perfect. Do you understand? What classroom objects are about 12 inches long? So if this is 12 objects, 12 inches. If you want, you can guess stuff in your classroom, like that would be 12 inches. Or if you want, you can cross out classroom and say home or room, and you can do it that way too. Like you might have some books that are that big, maybe some notebooks, maybe you have a pillow. So you can kind of go around and have fun at home too. It doesn't need to be your classroom. Okay, estimation. About how many inches long is your arm? From your elbow to your wrist. So your elbow, that thing, wrist. So you can guess what it is first and then actually measure. You can actually measure if you want. Also, this is cool. I'll show you the about symbol just because I think it's fun. So this is the equal symbol, right? That means like it's exactly. So like 2 + 2 = 4, right? Like it's exactly equal. The about sign, are you ready for this? You take the equal sign and you just curve it. So it's like, it's about. So anyways, this is a fun sign that might be fun for you guys to use. So when you're estimating and saying like, it's about 6 inches, they wrote the word about, but if you didn't want to write about 7 inches, whatever, you could do this. It's just kind of fun, just so you know. All right, backside. So today's like measuring is really fun. Honestly, the end of 2nd grade math is just like super cool. Pam and Jose eat cherries. Pam says that each cherry is about 1 inch wide. Okay. Jose says each cherry is about 6 inches wide. Okay, who is correct? So here's a cherry. You can look at your thing. Now it does say about, so it's close. Is it about 1 inch? Or is each cherry about 6 inches? Who is correct? Is Pam with 1 inch or Jose with 6 inches? And here are the cherries right here. Yona bought a stamp. She measures it with a ruler, which shows you how long Yona's stamp is. So is it 4 inches, 3 inches, 2 inches, or 1 inch? Here it is. Journal. Find an object in the classroom. House. That measures about 6 inches. Draw the object and write 2 sentences to describe it. So you can find anything in your house that's about 6 inches. Cool? All right, have fun, guys.